Host Davida Shensky, and you're listening to Dreams Come True with the Right Mindset. And today's presentation is how you can master meditation, the calming art of mindfulness. It would be hard to avoid hearing about the wonderful healing benefits of meditation and mindfulness in this day and age. It seems like everyone is talking about it, promoting classes, clothing, and special music to guide you in your journey. But have you ever tried it? Maybe you think, how can sitting in a quiet room help me feel less stressed? That's okay, because most of us have felt that way many times. Did you know that meditation and mindfulness go hand in hand? In most conventional practices, you'll see a separate category of meditation known as mindfulness meditation. But in reality, the connection between the two is indistinguishable. If you're bothered with how life has been treating you, mastering the art of mindfulness through meditation might be the answer to your despair. Now, here's another thing to think about. If you don't want to attend a class and you like being in the country, think about when you were a kid and how you might have sat underneath the tree. And while you were sitting there, you were concentrating on one thing and one thing alone. And thinking about that and getting within yourself. Well, it can be sitting under a tree. It can be taking a fishing pole and going to either a dock or even being on a boat where you're paying attention to that one thing that you're doing and not letting other things interfere with what you're doing. So, what is mindfulness? If you just stumbled upon us while looking for how to master meditation, there is a slight chance that you might not know what mindfulness is. So don't worry, because we don't take any chances. The term mindfulness sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. It's simply your ability to present or be present in a situation without your mind wandering anywhere. Now, that might sound simple enough, but let's rewind a little. From the moment that you started listening to this presentation, how many other things have crossed your mind? We don't want you to answer. Rather, we want you to realize that it's completely normal to think about a million things at once. But sometimes bringing your mind to reality is just what you need to make your day a little bit better. And that's what mindfulness is all about. The connection between mindfulness and meditation. Meditation is a practice in which an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought, or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. It says in Wikipedia, in the journey to understand how to master meditation, you needed to understand the effect before you even consider using the method. Now that you have a good grip on the concept of mindfulness, we can move forward. The idea of mindfulness seems very straightforward. Anyone could bring their mind to the present and stay there, right? In most cases, achieving mindfulness is something that doesn't come easy to us. The busy lives that we lead in the 21st century are partly to blame. Our minds are scattered all over the place, thinking about hundreds of things at once. In the long run, that's not a good practice for your mental health. Even if you're swamped with problems in your relationship, your work, your family, your finances, you can stay happy and relaxed just with the practice of mindfulness. That's where how to master meditation comes into play. Meditation is simply the process of trying to achieve mindfulness. It might happen easily for you, or it might take substantial practice. Is meditation hard to master? In my yoga practice, I had the hardest time giving in to the meditation part. I had a busy job, a husband and puppy at home, and was doing school part time in the evenings. I committed to my yoga practice mostly because of how it strengthened my body. My mind was constantly racing with what I was going to do next. But over time, as I learned how to give in to the mindfulness, I looked forward to yoga because of how calm and relaxed I felt afterwards. The best trick I can relay to you is about letting thoughts barge in while in you while you meditate. Every time something popped into my head, a deadline, a social commitment, groceries I needed to remember, and just thought, I don't need to think about that now. I will be there when I finish this class. This time is only for me and for yoga. It took someone's practice, which is why it's called a practice. You will likely not be very good at it at first, but eventually the thoughts would drift away completely. I would focus more on how deeply I could breathe and my mind would empty. The important thing is that you should start practicing now. So, how do you master meditation? The concept of meditation goes back thousands of years. Ancient monks practiced meditation and yoga for their physical and mental fitness. With time, there had been thousands of renditions of meditation. So we are not going to take the conventional approach toward meditation or mindfulness. Rather, we're going to blend the two. As a result, you should be able to calm your mind and think deeper than you ever could without breaking your patience. Let's get some of the tips that you can follow and actually learn how to master meditation. One, set aside time. If you have a habit of reading case studies, you can find two major schools of thought regarding meditation. For some, it was just what they needed to improve their life. And for the rest, it's all the hocus pocus. Oh, and at the end of the day, it comes down to you and to test your abilities for mindfulness. You need to set aside time. For a lot of people, meditation doesn't work just because they consider it a chore. They might rush home quickly after a long, tiring day to meditate, just to realize that their stress levels don't decline at all. Meditation and mindfulness are supposed to calm you down. So don't think of it as something you must attend to. Just make sure that you get some me time when no one's going to bother you, when you can truly dive deep into the realm of your mind. Two, don't be worried about your setting. The majority of the meditation practice asks you to select a quiet room with dimmed lights. They might even ask you to have control over the temperature. Sure, if you have easy access to all of these, go for it by all means while learning how to master meditation. But don't go out of your way if it's going to increase your stress levels. Mindfulness is all about being in the present, observing your surroundings with your inner eyes. So, if it's noisy, focus on the noise. Try to understand what's going on. Submerge yourself in the noise. If it's quiet, enjoy the tranquility. Listen to the subtle sounds made by the insects on the lawn or a car crossing the distant highway. If it's hot, feel the temperature. Feel the gentle breeze touching your skin while you concentrate. Remember, awareness is the biggest strength of mindfulness. Three, wander as you may. The human mind works in a mysterious way. It's almost impossible to always stay present in the current moment. And that's not how to master meditation. So don't be so harsh on yourself. If other things cross your mind, embrace the thoughts with grace and return to the moment. The practice of mindfulness is all about returning. If you could stay at a certain level of calmness at all times, there won't be any need for mindfulness. So let your mind go where it wants to go. Take notes of the things that you feel. Enjoy a faded memory and come back as long as you come back and realize that your surrounding is detail. Your session is successful. Four keys to simple practice of meditation. By now, you should have a clear idea of how you can achieve mindfulness. It won't happen the first time you do it. It might not happen the 100th time that you do it. The key here is to stick to the practice because success will come. Now, let us share some of our insights on how you can make your mindfulness meditation better. Close your eyes softly. The more stressed we are, the stronger our gaze tends to be. Start with relaxing your eye muscles. All you need is a soft gaze. If your gaze starts to stiffen as you progress through the meditation, don't worry. Keep note of it and practice again this next time. Two, Be comfortable. Most guides on how to master meditation will ask you to lie down flat on your back or sit straight in a chair. But the ultimate takeaway is to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable on your back, be in a position that you are. It's hard to concentrate on your surroundings when you are in discomfort. 3, breathe deeply. The classic technique used for thoughts of years. You might ask, why do we have to breathe gently for meditation? What special powers does it have? Well, you might be disappointed to know that breathing doesn't have to any special powers. Rather, it's used to anchor your thoughts. Breathing is the only natural bodily function that goes on a rhythm 24 hours a day. And that's why it's easier to use breathing to tie things together. Also, the longer breaths increase the oxygen level in the blood, bringing the heart rate down and relaxing the muscles. 4, practice guided meditation. Many people can't concentrate on their breathing when just starting out. It's completely normal. Just like everything, learning how to master meditation takes practice. So if you're having trouble keeping track of things, you can go for guided meditation. There are millions of recordings on the internet that will take you through the process. However, guided meditation takes away the edge of mindfulness because the goal of mindfulness is being present in the moment. When you're listening to an audio, it becomes hard to focus on anything else. For beginners, though, guided meditation is a great way to ease into the feeling of mindfulness and calm. Once you can see how great you feel afterwards, you will even start to look forward to your practice. It's hard to know what you are supposed to feel if you haven't felt it before. So get a taste with a guided meditation, and eventually you can go out on your own. When you grasp the idea behind meditation, you can go solo as you have the basic understanding of how to master meditation. Mindfulness will come in no time. Are you ready to embark on a journey of master meditation? Are you stressed in life? Do you want to calm your mind for the better? Do you want to enjoy life as it is? The answer is mindfulness, and the art of mindfulness comes with the practice of meditation. And for meditation, you must get comfortable. If you've been meditating with no results so far, try the tips that we shared. Remember, all of it is to calm your mind and give you a stronger sense of reality. Bothering, uh, let's say this again. Bothering over what is supposed to calm you down won't be helpful. Accepting who you are and how you are will. And remember, all of this is to teach you how to focus in on yourself. So remember, the best way to calm yourself down is to take time for yourself. And don't let others be the ones to dictate your life. When you do that, that creates the stress.